The Square Ball Podcast.
Hello and welcome to the show, available in your podcast app and on YouTube. And in a week where Leeds United really have struggled to find partnerships at the top of the pitch, stay with me on this. What partnership has been going for 10 years, Michael, and is going from strength to strength to strength and has formed some sort of merch now, please?
Strength to strength. Three strengths. The big two. Square Ball, Levi Solicitors.
It's been 10 years that they've been with us now. You told us yesterday on Propaganda that you reckon you've done this read over 1,000 times.
Which is mad.
And it goes from strength to strength to strength.
That doesn't even include the times I've had to say it to people in the Lowfields Tunnel.
Of course,
over the years, which is probably another 100.
As your catchphrase.
Exactly.
But there's a new offer. What's the new offer that they're doing because it is 10 years?
15% on wills, conveyancing and lasting powers of attorney.
Amazing. When is that offer on until?
Christmas Eve.
Christmas Eve. So get it in before Christmas, please. And of course, you can get the usual 10% discount on your legal fees and all the other services. Full details and terms on the website if you go to levisolicitors.co.uk/the square ball.
I believe this mug is also for sale. If anyone wants it, the Big Two mug, we've got them for the office. Yeah. If anyone else wants one.
Apparently, it's a limited edition mug on our website.
You can pretend if you can work either here or at Levi Solicitors, if that's your thing.
You can cosplay as one of us idiots or a solicitor for up until Christmas. So yes, this is a little update from the Square Ball. I'm Dean Smith. With me is Michael Normanton and Chris Mack. First up, straight out of the gate, we've been nominated for another award, gentlemen.
Yes, Fan Media of the Year at the FSA Awards.
And it's a public vote.
So,
just saying.
So, if you go to thesquareball.net/vote and vote for us if you want, it's question 5, FSA Fan Media of the Year. Have we won this one before?
We have, I think.
Just checking.
Just checking the awards around the room.
2022, wasn't it?
I think it's that big chunky one behind you there.
I've got a good story about those awards. I was invited last minute, and I was in another job at the time. And I had no leave yet left to use. So I was like, I'll just take a day off, take it off sick, take the next day off sick. Went to it. And then when the one Audie was shouting at me, be like, come up on stage. And I was like, I can't. I can't do it.
Well, in case there was any photo evidence of you having been there.
Although I think Marching Out Together were there and they put a photo up on their social media and I was in it.
Uh-oh.
Oh, dear.
Uh-oh.
You got away with it though, didn't you?
That company went bust about a month later, so fuck them.
Do you know, I have a vague memory of you saying that at the time. You were like, they're going bust anyway.
I wonder why, if the staff are AWOL.
The writing's on the wall. I might as well have a nice night.
So yeah, it'd be nice to win that. If you guys want to get out there and vote, then please do. We haven't discussed this yet on the podcast because this came out just after we recorded last week. They've changed all the Christmas fixtures around. We knew it was going to happen. But it's annoying, isn't it? What do we think? The closest game to Christmas now is Sunday the 28th of December. What's happened to Boxing Day? Without sounding like Richard Keys, what's happened to Boxing Day fixtures?
It's a disgrace.
What is the Boxing Day game now? Because there's one match, isn't there?
Yeah.
Oh, it's not us. That's all I know.
Yeah,
I know.
Yeah. So I mean, I suppose the most annoying, but also most inevitable one is Scum being moved. It's now an early kickoff on a Sunday, which is the absolute shittest time for an atmosphere, isn't it?
They were always gonna. The police were gonna stick their head up and say we need to move this thing.
So that's the really annoying one.
The worst bit about that is the Premier League have got the 3 p.m. blackout lifted for that weekend. So the argument for playing it at 3 p.m. is still there. Like, what's the difference? Because let's face it, people are gonna drink and do whatever, no matter what time of the day. They'll just start earlier. The issues as they are will still be there, whether it's at 12:30 on a Sunday or 3 p.m. on a Saturday. Plus, it's around Christmas. You don't know what day it is anyway.
True enough.
Yeah.
In fact, we'd recommend people go out at 3 p.m. on the Saturday to begin drinking.
And just stay up.
No one goes to bed.
All-nighter and then get into Ellen Road.
That's the thing.
It's annoying as well because it's on TNT Sports as opposed to Sky Sports, which is slightly more annoying because I feel like less people have Sky Sports, so people who maybe aren't in Leeds and can't get to the game are going to have less options to do it unless you've got a VPN.
The extra syllable makes it harder to sing about how shit it is as well.
Yes, it does. It's directly impacting the fan experience. And then the Newcastle games changed, Liverpool games changed, Sunderland games changed. And possibly another game that's going to change is the Palace game on the run up to Christmas, because Glasner's been crying because they're in Europe.
We're doing well in all the cups and stuff.
Tough luck. Yeah, the thing that doesn't make any sense here is that his argument is that he doesn't want to have a 2-day break between the Leeds game and the Cup game. But he would still have a 2-day break between the Europa League game or the Conference League game and the Leeds game anyway.
Yeah.
Oh, is that right? Is it? They're just thinking they'll throw the Conference League though. Is that part of the plan?
Must be.
We had our teams spend ages trying to get into Europe and then get there and just go, it's really inconvenient. This. I'd rather we weren't in Europe now.
But as well, the way that they've reformatted all of the European competitions, there's no jeopardy anymore because you play so many games against a lot of dross as well. So they're probably thinking by then they'll be qualified for the next round, so they can put out the under-21s.
I'll be honest, I've no idea how Palace are doing in Europe. They lost the last game, I think.
Yeah, they've only played 2 games.
Okay.
1-1, lost 1.
Fair enough. Yeah, I mean, wherever it's going to be, they have a congested little patch, don't they? And we don't, because we had the foresight to get out of the League Cup.
We did.
That was good of us. Well done. It was difficult as well, having to get out, having to lose to Sheffield Wednesday's children.
You have to really commit to it.
Yeah, really not an easy task. But Cal Darlow did well.
Yeah.
Pens, all absolutely great stuff. Calvert-Lewin putting that one over the stand. Yeah, well done us.
Good all day.
Do you know what? I deleted that from my brain until you just said it then. You said, well, we had the foresight of getting out of the cup, and I was like, who did we play?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a bad day. You went, didn't you?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, what a day.
It was good. It was good fun.
Looking down these Christmas fixtures, though, it looks gnarly. It's putting a lot of pressure, I think, on to Sunday against Nottingham Forest, which we will come to talk about in a second. But first, I think we should talk about someone else down the bottom of the league there who have pressed their first managerial change button of the season. Wolves have sacked Vitor Pereira. Could he not have hung on for a little bit longer?
He did as much as he could. I feel like he's not won a game since April. I mean,
know. Proper destroyed.
God bless him.
He really earned that new 3-year deal.
So it's just madness, isn't it? And then we talked about it on Propaganda yesterday, but the fact that they sacked him and then said, Gary O'Neill's our man. How short term is your memory in football at the minute? There's so many of these clubs that are going back to managers. It's completely bizarre.
Gary O'Neill's he's still 20-1.
Yeah, who do they fancy? Who's top of the odds there?
Rob Edwards looks the hot favourite at the moment.
That's a strange one.
He knows the club.
That's it.
But if you're him, you're going, I could potentially get promoted with Middlesbrough, or I could take what is very clearly a team that is not equipped to stay in the Premier League. Like, it's the same as I see like Brendan Rodgers listed as well. Why would he take that job?
It seems a hiding to nothing, doesn't it? You'd have to say.
Yeah.
If you were in our position, for example, and you'd think, okay, well, there's a chance. But I mean, Wolves are going to have to do an awful lot, aren't they, with a squad that looks not particularly capable of it.
Yeah, I could see Robbie Keane going for it because he's a massive mercenary. So I think if they just throw money at him,
yeah, he knows the club as well.
Yeah,
his boyhood club.
Yeah, well,
he knows a lot of clubs.
He does.
That's the thing, even as a manager.
Yeah, that list of managers doesn't. There's no one on there that you think, maybe we get rid of Farke and we get this person in. That's not a great look. But it's one of those things as well where Wolves have pressed the button, West Ham have pressed the button,
Forest
twice pressed the button. They're wearing the fucking button out. It's one of those where one of these will probably work at some point for a club, and you just hope it's not.
Just hope
them.
it's us.
Well, we don't know. If we win against Forest, we're riding high into the next fucking international break. It feels like England have played as many games as Leeds have.
And yet I couldn't name a single one of the games.
Probably Andorra.
Yeah, I think that was one.
Why are you asking me?
Yes.
I'm not watching.
You love the English. Well, you chose to move here. Yeah, there is soon done, isn't it? The international break.
But it kind of we just talked about Palace needing to or wanting to change games because of fixture congestion. There's just so much football being played, and that's good in a way because I like football, believe it or not. But it's just is this 4 now? Is this the 4th international
Third,
break?
isn't it?
Is it?
Third.
Feels like 4.
Yeah, I feel like it puts a weird pressure on it, managerial changes as well, because you see the break and you go, well, that'd be a time to do it.
Mini pre-season.
Everyone is, although it's mini pre-season with half your players not there, isn't it? I suppose.
Yeah.
And also the Jesse Marsh thing looms large when there was that chance. I mean, that was a proper break, wasn't it? That wasn't even like a little week off. That was a month off, wasn't it? Yeah, but it's over soon. And the next international break, we're going to be in Ireland.
Yeah.
Doing a tour, so that's going to be fun. That's an international break to look forward to.
It is.
We'll already be relegated, so there'll be no jeopardy.
Oh, stop it.
We'll be going over to Ireland on 19 points. And we can just have a nice time talking about Bielsa or something, probably.
Yeah, so that's in March. So they skip from November straight to March for international breaks. That's a proper gap, not this every month job.
The World Cup playoffs will be on at that point. There's a small chance that Northern Ireland actually might be in a playoff around the time that we're there. I can pretty much guarantee you that Ireland won't be. I've watched some of their matches. They're absolutely terrible.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so we've got, just to remind people, we've got 25th of March, Galway in the Rushing Dove, which will be fun. The 27th of March in Dublin in the Ambassador Theatre, and 29th of March in Mandela Hall in Belfast. Tickets are selling fast, so get yours now.
Squareball.net/live, I believe, will take you to links for all of those.
It certainly will. And yeah, they have been selling very, very well. So if you are planning on getting over there, there's no time like the present. And Christmas is coming, so buy presents for your people. Usual call-ups for us for the international break. Welsh guys, Goodmanson's gone off to be with Graham Potter, in Sweden, and Biol. We're going to get onto Forest in a second, but let's look elsewhere this weekend before we do. Everton versus Fulham, they feel a little bit further away from us at this moment in time. West Ham Burnley's a big game. Chelsea host Wolves. You hope that would only go one way. And Brentford versus Newcastle. What do we want from West Ham versus Burnley, Chris?
I don't care. I really don't. I at this, until like late March, maybe April, I only want to concentrate on what Leeds are doing.
That's exactly where I am as well.
Yeah.
I keep on looking at these fixtures thinking it can't have that big an impact because there's so many games left to play. Michael disagrees.
I was almost of that mindset, and then I saw West Ham winning at the weekend, and I went, oh no, the walls are closing in.
I think if we were in the bottom three, or if we were Wolves and we were trying to claw a lot of points back on various teams, then you're looking at this and you're trying to see what balance you need to get. But we are 16th, you are aware.
Well, that's why draws at this point are the best for us.
Yeah.
Because it takes points off both teams, doesn't it?
It's a bit like the Grand National at this point, though. We're like 3 fences in and everyone's going, oh, well, this horse is 14th. Yeah, it's going to fall over and run off in about 5 fences time. Don't worry about it.
This is the point I was trying to make on the match ball. I was like, there's so much football to be played. It's still pretty embryonic is this table.
Yeah. That
we're still learning about everyone. And especially when you get managerial changes that are happening so often now down the bottom. I think we can only look at ourselves for now.
Like if Leeds win at the weekend, they could be 12th.
It's funny actually, when you said Everton against Fulham, you said they feel a bit further away.
Yeah.
Aren't we on the same points as Fulham?
Are we?
Yeah.
And I think Everton are 1 point ahead of us. It does. I admit though, it feels weird. Like, oh well, Everton are fine. But it's because they're established, isn't it? That's the thing.
This is what I was saying the other day.
Yeah.
If the bottom three was made up of Sunderland, Burnley, and Wolves, and they were all on the points totals that they are, we'd be thinking, it's done, it's fine, we'll be right. But because they're established, we have an anxiety around it.
But if Everton or Fulham go winless in their next 3 or 4 games, immediately they're all thinking, oh, we're in it now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's so much more football to be played. It's probably not even worth knowing who else is playing each other in the Premier League. Like, we were out the other weekend after... Leeds played on the Friday night, and we were sitting in a pub on the Saturday, and like Man United were playing Brighton, and you're like, oh, yeah, that's happening.
Yeah.
And then there was another match after it. Liverpool were playing.
You're like, Brighton don't look that good. We can beat them.
Well,
ooh,
yeah.
Did you get to see the game actually, Chris? You've been away in Naples, haven't you?
Yes, I was at Napoli and Como, which started at 5 o'clock this time. on Saturday, so I didn't see any of it because I was in a taxi in the maddest traffic city in the world because they closed the metro. Don't know why. Couldn't get to the stadium. Had to get a taxi, and I thought I was going to die for about 25 minutes.
Why?
Because Aurelio, the taxi driver, I don't know, like stereotypically Naples is crazy for traffic, and there was just scooters coming, left, right, all of the blind spots, and he was just, it was like a Jason Bourne action scene. It was incredible. No, so I didn't see it. I had the sort of getting the odd update, but then I saw it 2-0, and then my phone signal sort of went for about an hour. Just assumed we'd lost 2-0.
You didn't miss much.
No, I went to watch it back on Sunday and watched the goals first, and I feel like I could work out what happened.
It was just the same goal over and over again, wasn't it? Pretty much.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't think we really help ourselves with the way that we set up in these matches.
No, well, I mean, we'll come to talk about that in the Forest preview in a second. But just to touch on your Italian trip, you had a celebrity encounter, did you not?
I don't know if he knows about it. No, we had to fly back via Amsterdam, so usually when you fly back from abroad, most of the time you end up having to go to Manchester, which is just such an ache.
Yeah.
But I saw that you could fly to Amsterdam and then Amsterdam to Leeds, and it's slightly longer, but it's so much more relaxing than having to deal with Manchester Airport. Sitting in Amsterdam Airport and going, that fellow looks familiar, and it was Joel Pirro.
Wow.
On a flight back from Amsterdam to Leeds.
And you said you were looking at him thinking, that's a big boy. Oh, it's Joel Pirro.
Yeah, like we were saying, you see footballers in real life and just wearing normal human clothes, and you're like, he's big.
Yeah. I look really athletic.
Yeah.
I'm still always, I can't get over the fact when I was about 15 and I saw Mark Viduka in Costco, and he just looked like the biggest, strongest man I'd ever seen in my life. I was like, whoa, he's huge. I think I've accused him of being fat before. He looks incredible. Absolutely amazing.
Yeah, nobody bothered him though. I think there's quite a few people who looked at him, obviously went, oh, that's Joel Pirro, like me, and then just went about, like, you can't think of anything worse than standing on a shuttle bus out to a plane and going, what about that match the weekend, eh?
4 in 1/2, Joel. That was a good game, wasn't it, back in the day? Yeah, I remember when in the summer when Bamford turned up to the play that I was doing and standing next to him thinking, fucking hell, you're a big boy, you.
That was Hench Bamford as well, wasn't it? That was during his summer.
It was when I
big.
asked if I could arm wrestle him, and he said no.
Spoil sport. Still not got a club, has he?
No, he hasn't. Is he still training with Frank Lampard's Coventry City?
Don't know, actually.
Well, there's not really been anything else said about that. So you would think if he was going to join, he'd have joined by now.
Yeah.
Liam Cooper going Sheffield Wednesday seems to be back as a thing as well.
I saw that.
Which I don't know if...
Charity work.
Well, pretty much at this stage.
Are they allowed to sign people?
Well, they're in administration, aren't they now? I don't quite know how that...
I know he's a free agent, but still.
Yeah, I don't know how it... You need sort of dispensation to sign players, don't you, I think, when you're in this situation. Whether or not they can somehow squeeze it through, I've no idea.
Yeah, maybe they could just make him the administrator.
Yeah.
Probably paid less.
Yeah.
Given how much administrators earn when they do anything with football clubs. It's like, it turns out not just football clubs, it turns out all of the money that was left in the business, you're going to have to give it to us to do our administrating. So that's a shame, isn't it? Never mind.
What would Cooper say? Would he go in there and just say to Chancellor, if you don't want to be here, just fuck off?
I think he has.
Yes. Well, indeed. Anyway,
like Barry Bannon's hair. If you don't want to be here, just fuck off.
Let's do a quick preview for the Forest game. On the West Stand tomorrow is Johnny Cooper. So we won't really be talking necessarily about the game, more stats and the such. Chris, I'll come to you on this first. What would we do? What would you do? What can we do?
I mean, the amount of times that it comes up how Dominic Calvert-Lewin has nobody around him, nobody close to him, it does bring me to think Joel Pirro as the option behind him or alongside him in a 3-5-2. But I don't know, that's just not going to happen, so there's no real point talking about it anymore. What would I do? I don't really know because I'm not Daniel Farke. What will Daniel Farke do? I feel like he'll just play the same team as last week. And
maybe with Dan James in it.
I don't even think he will.
Do you not think?
I think if there's going to be a change, it'll be Stack.
I think there's potential for James and Stack to come in, probably for Aronson and Tanaka.
Yeah. And then Calvert-Lewin is whether or not he's fit.
Yeah,
of course.
Bit of an option. So
When's Farke speaking? Will that be tomorrow?
that'll
It'll
be
later today.
Oh,
So,
about
yeah,
half.
we're recording this at like 10 in the morning, aren't we?
Yes.
So we've not yet heard from him. And Nonto, we still don't expect to be. Has he already said he's not likely to be back this side of the international break?
I can't remember.
Oh, not fully fit anyway.
Well,
So you've got to imagine he'd be at the bench at best.
I don't think they'll rush him back in.
No, there's not really any point, is there?
No, we've been doing really, really well up front, so there's no point in.
But like, just let him get fully better rather than risk knackering him in this.
I think what I'd like to see is James in for Brendy, probably Stack in for Tanaka, just to give us a little bit more resolve maybe in the middle midfield. I think Tanaka's struggled a little bit over the last couple of games, and let's put our sensible hats on for a second. What constitutes a good outcome from this weekend? Of course a win. But given where we're at, heading into these next few games, is a win necessary?
No, but a draw is.
Yeah, I think if
We've got to get something.
you don't come out of this game with at least something, because they've got injury issues as well, and they're playing tonight in Europe,
Yeah.
in Austria. So,
Yeah, they're away, aren't they? Yeah.
yeah, you've got they're kind of hopeful that Chris Wood and Hudson-Odoi will be fit, but it's not. It's 50-50, I think.
And Louise went off injured in the last game as well, didn't he?
Daisha said that he's out. Bach was out. Ola Ena is out, and somebody else as well. I can't remember who the other one is, but yeah, like they're players down. In theory, they're not really that good. I know they've got some. I would argue that some of the individuals that people say are really quite good players had a good year last year, but I was actually sitting looking through the Leicester City squad that won the league and who played the most games, and like, would you say Mark Albrighton is a good player in his own
Danny
right?
Simpson and people like that.
Shinji Okazaki, you know what I mean? There is an element of that, I think, to this Forest squad.
Yeah, and I think with the defensive side of it in particular, because they were very well set up last year, and it kind of worked for them, didn't it, for the most part. My concern in this is Gibbs White and Anderson in midfield.
Yeah.
If they get the run of it, it's probably bad news for us. So you've got to imagine Ampadu is going to be pretty much given the job of dealing with Gibbs White. I think that might be quite interesting, actually, because they're both pricks, aren't they? Let's be honest, on the pitch. They both spend a lot of time moaning and like kicking off with people. So I think that might be quite interesting to watch.
Yeah. Ampadu has a nastiness about him, and I do think that should be encouraged.
Yeah, completely.
In the Premier League.
We're going to need it, aren't we? We're going to need it. We spoke on the match ball post Brighton that the idea, recruitment wise, coming into the season was, big bastards, make sure we can compete physically, and maybe that's a little bit of what we didn't see against Brighton. And so against a Sean Dyche Nottingham Forest team, where we need, like we just discussed, we probably need, in fact, definitely need something from the game. This is the time to press that big button. Shithouse bastards, FC.
And as well, the other stuff Ampadu did well in the Championship. He struggled with a bit more in the Premier League, like receiving the ball in tight spaces and stuff. Like, teams are just they're much more willing to press and much better at it, and the players doing it are just so much quicker. So you don't have the time on it, and we've been caught a few times, haven't we, this season, trying to play out from the back.
Yeah,
partly as well because of the Perry's passes can be a little bit ambitious.
As well, though, he is playing a different role. He's playing at the base of a midfield three, where he was in a 2 last year, so that is different. I don't really know what Leeds' identity as such is, and it's a bit of a Gary Monkism. But what are we trying to do? Because we've signed a load of big players and talked about big players, and assumed that it was all going to be set pieces and trying to sort of take the Brentford approach, but we don't have a set piece coach, and set pieces have been a bit hit and miss. We signed all these physical players, but we seem to sort of still be trying to play the way that we played in the Championship. And as much as Farke deserves credit for getting the team promoted, you can't really ignore the fact that a lot of it was individual brilliance that got Leeds to where they were. He set the team up right in a way that you could then allow those players to flourish, but without Dan James and Solomon and Pirro's goals last year, or Somerville and Rudder the year before, like, I don't really see where the team contributes as much as certain individuals did.
Yeah, and I guess it comes down to the step up, doesn't it? So is Farke able to make that step up? Is he able to pivot, not be reactive? Is he able to be proactive? Is he able to make decisions before a game that's going to set us up to win a game? These are all questions that are still up in the air. We're only 10 games into the season. I know we don't tend to do this on this show. What's your prediction?
I think we lose.
Of course you do.
I've got to be honest.
I'd have put my mortgage on that.
I've predicted wins on occasion. It's just away from home, we've been terrible, haven't we?
Yeah.
I don't necessarily. I don't know why.
Why have we been terrible, or why are we going to lose?
But what's the excuse for being terrible away from home? Like, it's not like it was 30, 40 years ago where home advantage was such a big thing.
It's the cursed shirts.
What we're going to be in on the weekend? We can be in white, can't we? Maybe that's going to be fine. I don't know. Because Farke in the Championship away from home was sometimes a bit iffy as well. I don't know if it's just that Ellen Road is enough of a boost to us that it changes the way other teams set up against us. But I do feel sorry for Farke to an extent as well, because I was thinking about this week. How many seasons does Farke need to stay up to not be a relegation bloke? Because he struggles to shift the fact that, and I know he wasn't actually in charge when Norwich went down the second time, but he was kind of on track to get Norwich relegated twice. And if he keeps us up this year on 38 points, the next year, does he start as a non-relegation bloke? Or does he need like a 48-point season to not be the relegation bloke?
I think if he keeps Leeds up the season, he does shed that tag a bit, because like the context of the two Norwich seasons versus this season, I don't know if we do stay up, if he will be in charge at the start of next season. Anyway,
yeah. But on Farke, if he keeps us up this season, if he's in the post at the end of the season and we are 17th or above, it's mission accomplished. Like, I think the way that we are, or some of us, and I include myself in this, absolutely, some of us are framing this, is that at this moment in time, we are behind where we need to be. We're not. We're outside the relegation zone. And it's uncomfortable because we've spent the last two seasons basically winning every week. It's just a mindset shift. We're going to lose loads of games this season. I just hope it's not at the weekend.
I think the thing is, you look ahead though as well, don't you? When you go, well, whatever points we have at this weekend, there's a fair chance we have that many points come the 14th of December as well when we play Brentford. Like, it may not move on very much.
Yeah.
So you have got to keep an eye on that, I suppose.
Yeah. I mean, in terms of Farke, I actually think Farke has achieved now what we needed him to achieve, which is get Leeds promoted.
Yeah.
Beyond that, he doesn't need to do anything else. Obviously, he's manager now, so he has to keep Leeds up, but it's easier said than done, I think. It is such a tough situation for him to be in. I would argue that maybe we're not, I don't know if we're getting the most out of the players that we have. I don't know. I just don't feel like we set ourselves up correctly.
Yeah. On the other side of this, we're essentially, if the Burnley result is reversed, we'd be entirely on track, and we'd have got points from pretty much all the places we expected to get points, wouldn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah. If you're going through chalking up like, oh, that we can win that, we could draw that.
Yeah.
That's the chance for a win there. And Burnley, he did have the difficulty of having Aronson and Harrison as the wingers, and it did pan out exactly as we'd imagined. There were also defensive failings in that game, but going forward, we just had nothing at all, did we? And again, against Brighton, you saw that Okafor is our one player who actually makes something happen.
And it's framed against the idea around missed opportunities or drop points against Fulham, Bournemouth, Spurs. So, there is a little bit of sort of panic, and I get it. I understand it. So hopeful towards the weekend, and of course we'll have a match ball for you after the full-time whistle on Sunday. We're going to do likes and dislikes in a second, but before we do that, just a couple of things to shout out. The guys over at Wilco92, which is the campaign to get Howard Wilkinson recognised and get a statue for him at Ellen Road. They're hosting a Howard Wilkinson tribute lunch on Friday, the 5th of December. at the Hisense Leeds Lounge at Ellen Road. You can visit wilco92.com/events for any tickets and further details on that. They're doing good stuff. They've now got Leeds United on board with that as well. So good luck to those guys down there. And Chris, you were speaking about something that you'd seen as well online. Someone is doing something quite remarkable.
Yeah, I just saw yesterday that guy Joseph O'Neill is running from Celtic Park to Ellen Road, which is mad. In 5 days.
That'll take a month. Oh, 5 days.
43 miles a day for 5 days from Celtic Park to Ellen Road to raise money for Maggie's Centres, which is cancer care in memory of his dad, Jimmy, who passed away from cancer a few years ago. We'll put the link in the description for the podcast, but
yes.
I just think it's mad to be able to run that far. I know we did the charity walks, but that's much less distance.
Yeah, you've done marathons before, haven't you, Dave?
I have, yeah.
After any of those marathons, did you feel like I could go again here?
No. I once did the Yorkshire Marathon, which is in York, and then a week later I did the Amsterdam Marathon. And about halfway through the Amsterdam Marathon, I felt like my knees were going to explode.
And the marathon's not even that far, is it, compared to this?
26.2. Easy.
It's a marathon and a half every day for 5 days. He got back to he got to Ellen Road yesterday. So
amazing.
That's how I saw it online. But it's unbelievable.
Okay, part 2 of the update. Of course, we are doing likes and dislikes, and then we are going to crown a Gaetano Berardi Hero of the Week award, sponsored by the TukTukClub.com, and a Ken Bates Villain of the Week award. This is going to be maybe a little bit difficult today, boys and girls, to find likes within this. First of all, we'll go to the TSB Plus ratings for the Brighton game. Oh, those are not nice numbers, are they, Michael?
Poor old Brendy. Man of the match to 2.92. I think he's come off a score the previous week of about 3 point something as well.
Yeah.
He had a good game.
Yeah, it's a real roller coaster.
Let us not forget, it's a roller coaster, but just one
peak. Yeah.
Just one peak. If you look at it this season, I mean, yeah, no one was any good, were they?
No, I mean, top of the tree there, Noah Okafor with 5.81,
and even he didn't do anything really. He just like beat a man a few occasions. Like for very brief moments, he looked like he might do something.
Yeah, the only other player who broke 5 was Joe Rodon with 5.19. This feels like people have just remembered who our best players have been so far this season and gone, they'll have been fine. Noah and Joe. Yes.
I mean, like Goodmanson's 5th on the list, and he was completely at fault for the first goal. Yeah. I thought he got completely dragged out of position and was all over the place.
You know, it's bad when the referee gets a higher rating than 3 of the Leeds players.
Oh gosh,
yeah, Daniel Farke 3.29 there, which is lower than Jack Harrison off the bench.
Yeah, not a lot to like there. Let's talk about likes and dislikes then. What likes can we think of from the past 7 days? I mean, it's something that's come up a couple of times in the feedback form. One was from Luciano's son and from Berkshire, saying just seeing Georgie again, being happy.
I wasn't sure.
You didn't like to see him?
I'd rather he was happy other weeks.
Or happy with us.
Happy with us, yeah, exactly.
Well, there are dislikes as well for Georgie for being just like good and that and not playing for us anymore.
Yeah, it was a bit harsh of him, I felt.
Yeah.
He did look apologetic for his assist.
Did you want him to dim his light for a week?
Pretty
just
much.
So that we could feel better?
I think it wouldn't have been too much to ask that he just held his hamstring a minute in and went, it's gone. And then was like, I don't know, feigned sickness the day before or something.
He should have just celebrated. Just go for it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why would you not?
He only played for Leeds for a season and a half anyway.
Yeah, but we loved him because he was silly and he had a horse.
A lot of people didn't like him at the start. I think that does get forgotten.
Including Sam Allardyce.
Yeah.
Any other likes? Anything else in there that's either been sent in or that we can think of ourselves?
David says, I wasn't there as a like. And I agree.
Yeah, that's one of those fixtures where if you're in the away contingent and you live in Leeds, the final whistle goes, or even before the final whistle, you trudge back to the coach and you think, fucking hell, it's 6 hours now. I've got to sit on this and think about football. So that is probably a positive for anyone who wasn't in the away end. We're going to really struggle with likes. Dislikes.
Easy stuff. Seagulls get a mention. Obviously, I think some people like the seagulls as well, because there was some nice shots of them flying in front of the camera.
Yeah, there was.
When we were watching, that was something to watch.
Something else to distract you from the pain.
Yeah, Matthew Upson gets a mention from someone for being biased. You see, such was the level of the game. He's obviously was abroad as we were, unable to watch this 3 p.m. kickoff. It took us a while to work out who it was when we were watching it. And we're like, oh yeah, it must be Matthew Upson. But I didn't notice him even being biased, because I think I was that disenchanted by the actual game. I was like, he can say what he wants.
And what was there to be biased about? They were better than us. Referee was fine. Like, yeah.
Yeah, fair enough. I mean, the King of Spain actually is as dislikes nominated that Longstaff reverted to taking corners like he was in the under 11s.
Yes, he did.
Which I think during the match ball you very generously tried to say he was aiming for the near post.
Yeah.
He was not.
There was just a couple of occasions where I thought he was looking for a flick on from Goodmanson, but I think Goodmanson was just panicking and trying to keep the ball in.
And also, if you want to flick on, you don't want to be flicking it from knee height, do you?
No, you don't.
It's not an obvious zone to put it in. So.
Well, the goal that Pascal Struijk scored against Sheffield United last year at Ellen Road was a flick on at the near post. Because when the corner came in, I went, Jesus Christ. And then it got tapped over and went in, and the guy in front of me just gave me dog's abuse for the rest of the game.
There has been some talk in the likes and dislikes as well about the idea that this was from War Xhaka, which was dismissing the myth that Biol is better than Struijk, which was a like apparently for this. I didn't necessarily see Biol as a huge negative in that 90 minutes against Brighton.
No, same.
No, blaming Biol for losing 3-0 against Brighton is as wrong as blaming Struijk for losing 2-0 against Burnley.
Yeah, I'll buy that.
I think.
Yeah, it was just a team failure, wasn't it? I think,
and it felt more like an out wide failure. Yeah, like a fullback thing.
You can say if their winger is round the side, or number 10, whoever it is around the back and pulling it back for someone 12 yards out, you're in bother by that stage, aren't you?
Yeah, it's a system failure, isn't it? So you can't really blame one person. It's the otherism of it all. I just think we've got 3 centre backs that are all at a very similar level.
Yeah,
including Joe Rodon.
I think part of the reason people wanted Biol as well is because he was signed on the basis of being better than Struijk.
Yeah,
that's why we dropped a lot of money on him, and we'd not seen him. So it's like, well, you've got to have a look at some point. I know that Farke obviously does get a look at them in training, but the other is when you were losing games, the other is always the answer as well, isn't it? And this week the other is Joel Pirro. Yep. Get him in. Let's see how he does.
Chris's mate. Yeah. Right. Let's try and crown some heroes and villains. So, who are we going to nominate, please, for the Ken Bates Villain of the Week award?
We can't give it to Brendy, can we?
Not again.
Not again.
I feel like he gets it a lot. Although we did give him the Hero of the Week the week before.
Bit of carrot, bit of stick. Keep him in line.
Through the members' feedback, myself, you, and Dan were nominated as villains of the week for telling the wider membership group that West Ham were done, and then they won. I think that was actually Dan. I don't think I joined in on that.
Actually, Nuno can have a nomination because what he did, which was sneaky, is he listened to what every West Ham fan was saying, and he played all their players in their actual positions and put Potts in the team, who they all really wanted in the team, and it turns out he was good. Bastard.
So Nuno was lulling us into a false sense of security, like he had no idea what he was fucking doing.
He had a couple of weeks of playing like left backs at right backs, left backs at left midfield. He was all over the place with it, and they were shit.
Right.
And then unfortunately, he seems to have realised.
Can we nominate Danny Welbeck?
Yes. Why?
Yeah.
Why is he good?
Yeah.
Still hanging around.
Why is he good?
They're talking about him being called up for England tomorrow.
That'll
be a throwback.
Just goes to show Pat Bamford's still got a chance.
Still
you
got
don't,
a chance.
Maybe not as a free agent. He might have played some football. But, you get a lot of meaningless international games.
Yeah.
Maybe you should have a free agent in there. Have a slot that you need.
Fancy your chances?
I'm up for it.
You do a job?
Bielsa called up a 17-year-old for Uruguay who'd never played a senior fixture for Peñarol, I think.
Is that right?
And gave him a cap against the Dominican.
What position did he play?
Midfield, I think.
Did he?
I think it was like a number 10.
He'll be the best player in the world.
I was going to say we should probably sign him.
Yeah,
it's an option. I've got a Penarol shirt, weirdly, bought from JJB Sports in the mid '90s. I didn't even know which country it was from when I bought it. I just saw it in there and I was like, oh.
Was it? Look, what's the design?
Yeah, it's got a central badge on it and it's yellow and black stripes.
Oh, nice.
Quite good. I think it's Umbro.
Look like a little bumblebee.
Yeah,
good for you.
I might dig it out the loft in tribute of this child who I've never heard of until Chris mentioned him.
Pat Bamford, just to go back to him, he's only played one game for England, so I think he can technically still play for Ireland, can't he?
Yes,
that's true.
It was caps. Was it a friendly? He played as well.
No, it was a qualifier.
Oh,
yeah, it was, wasn't it?
The dream is over.
Yeah, it was. I remember now. Yeah, it was against a shit team, but it was
against Andorra.
But it was against Andorra. But it was a qualifier.
Even in his current state, he'd probably still start.
If England organised a friendly against Andorra, that would be the most disgusting move ever. We're just gonna we could play anyone we want here, but we're gonna go with Andorra.
We've got Brazil on the phone, but let's go for Andorra. Right, who's having the villain of the week? We've got Nuno or Danny Welbeck. It's low level misery because the misery this week was us and our abjectness at the weekend. But I don't want to give it to us because I want the boys to be confident heading into the weekend because they'll all definitely listen to this.
Is Welbeck still a scum bastard?
Yeah, of course he is. Yeah. Once a scum bastard, always, and he's from
Don't tell
Manchester.
James.
He's our little scum bastard.
Have you ever heard the Danny Welbeck joke?
No.
That his dad was a bomb disposal expert.
Oh, Stan.
Lovely. I think for that, Danny Welbeck should get the Ken Bates Villain of the Week award because it doesn't make any sense that he's as good as he is and he scored against us and he set the ball rolling for a really weird afternoon.
Danny Welbeck and James Milner in your squad, like it's, 2010.
Yeah, and you've got a child coach.
It's all wrong.
Yeah, it's all wrong. Danny Welbeck is the Ken Bates Villain of the Week award. Right, this is going to be hard work. The Gaetano Berardi Hero of the Week award is sponsored by the tuktukclub.com. Michael, tell us about the Tuk Tuk Club.
Do you want to go on a tuk-tuk around northern Thailand?
Hell yeah.
Do you want to drive it yourself or do you want to be driven?
I want the option of doing either.
Well, you're in luck then because you can.
Right, what can I see on this Tuk Tuk Club tour?
Elephants.
Wow.
Jungle.
Wow.
Some roads.
Some roads, hopefully.
I guess so anyway. It's probably not great in off-road, are they, tuk-tuks? But
do you get proper Thai food?
I would. Of course you do.
Do you get more than a hint of luxury?
Unless you're going to take your own beans with you or something. But, yeah, I would guess so, yeah.
Take some beans and sausages and some cans of carling and just do your own thing.
A lot of pot noodles, self-driving around Thailand.
So you can get all of that. And can you get a 15% discount on your booking if you use the code TSB15 when you're booking?
It'd have been a strange thing for you to say if you couldn't.
Oh, wow. Unbelievable. So who's going to be our Gaetano Berardi Hero of the Week? Who's pleased us this week?
Luke Ayling.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah.
That was good, as was the cartwheel.
No, the cartwheel was bad, but that's why it's good.
That's why it's good, though.
Yeah.
You just saw it and you went, he's doing the thing. That's great. I like you saying about Georgia celebrating as well. I like that Luke Ayling properly celebrates his goals on the pitch and then he will, like, go at it after as well on Instagram. He'll just be like, we'll repost everything on there. Everyone's saying it was good. He'll be like, yeah. Loved it.
But then in interviews, he plays it with a really straight face. It's like, yeah, no, it's good to get the point. He doesn't have the same emotion. So Luke Ayling is our nomination, first nomination. Who else is there?
Gilavogi as well, who might be going back to Wolfsburg.
Oh, really? To play?
Well, I think it's basically for the vibes in the dressing room.
Oh, great.
They seem to be a bit of a mess. They're talking about sacking their coach, their sporting director and managing director and anyone, basically, who steps out of line.
The dressing room unk making a return.
It does sound a little bit like a manager. Bring in someone to fix the dressing room.
Yeah.
You don't usually bring a player in to do that. You usually bring a new coach in. I don't know.
Are you saying we need to get him first?
Bring him back.
He knows the club.
Or Ayling. Bring Ayling back as well.
I think he's got work on
at
the moment. Yeah, I think he's got a job, hasn't he?
Yeah, that's
because Gilavogi's not. Well, he's got shirts, hasn't he? We've seen that. He knows the club. Bring him back as manager.
All right, cool. You heard it here first. Slim pickings this week for likes. Who fancies this? Is it Ayling?
genuinely seeing Ayling score that goal, particularly because it was against Leicester, and I still have very, very low-key beef with him for getting promoted ahead of us and cheating.
Yeah.
I did enjoy it.
Yeah, it's quite funny that some of their fans genuinely think they might get relegated again.
Leicester
They
fans.
won't. Yeah, they're 13th. They
Well,
won't.
but there's a point. I think they're still fearful of a points deduction.
Oh, of course, yeah.
Funny.
Is the thing that looms. Because all of a sudden, if someone came along and went, "You're having 15 of those points taken away," then it would be cat amongst the pigeons.
Yes,
so,
it would.
Yeah. So well done, Luke Ayling.
Just as a last-minute nomination, what about Willie Gnonto and Ao Tanaka? Did you see the video doing the rounds where they surprised a young girl with a mascot opportunity for the West Ham game? And it's incredibly wholesome. This video, the young girl's got cerebral palsy, and this new bromance basically consists of Gnonto doing all the talking, Tanaka smiling and looking a bit baffled.
Fair enough.
It was very cute.
I enjoy when Gnonto goes into schools because he's like the same height as some of the year sixes. who you can see knocking around. It's like that 10-year-old is absolutely stacked. Oh, it's Willie Gnonto.
But it was really nice. And then in this video, the teacher said, "Do you want to get involved with the game they're playing?" And I think they thought it was football, but it was basically them being chased around with basketballs, screaming.
Okay,
it's worth looking at. It's very, very wholesome. It's one of the nice things that the club do, where they outreach into the old community there.
Well, you've fallen for their propaganda then.
Oh God!
Because they're a disgraceful set of bastards.
Them bringing smiles.
Got time to be going to schools, not time to be signing the number 10.
They should be taking penalties or something. Is that what we're saying?
Gnonto should just be strapped to the physio's table.
Rehabbing. That's
it. Luke Ayling.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, Luke Ayling, congratulations. You are the Gaetano Berardi Hero of the Week. And he followed us on Instagram. So we're forming a partnership.
He did, yeah.
Soon to be our best friend.
He liked
best
the
friend.
reel about the Ireland tour and then followed us on Instagram.
Are we saying he's coming?
It is an international break.
He could still get a call up, though.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, oh God, yeah. Didn't think about that.
Right. Well, thank you for joining us on this show. Plenty more to come, of course. This week, we've got Johnny Cooper in tomorrow for the West Stand. We've got the member show dropping on Saturday instead of Sunday because the game is on Sunday against Nottingham Forest, where myself, Michael and Dan will be here to pick over whatever bones there are in that game. But yes, thank you very much, and we will speak to you soon.
The Square Ball Podcast.